So just to let you know.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. And just to give you a brief overview and introduction of our organization, this is SWIS Africa, or Shaping African Women in STEM. We aim to celebrate, encourage, and promote women such as yourselves who have been in various STEM fields and been have done one thing or the other, just just to celebrate your story and also encourage those who are coming up as well. And also, we have webinars and other events as well, just to educate people as well who might be interested in these fields, or who are just coming up and not sure how to go about finding maybe mentorship in STEM. That's one of the webinars that we've had, or also navigating scholarship applications. We've had a few other um, webinars as well, but that's just a brief overview of our organization. So,
Okay.
would you can you give us a brief introduction of yourself, and also what your background in STEM is? How did you get here?
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. So my name is Abigail Anokyewaa Mensah. I'm from Ghana, and so I'll say that I completed my bachelor's in mathematics with economics at the University of Cape Coast, Ghana. And afterwards, I was a teaching assistant for my compulsory 1 year national service. So I was a teaching assistant at the Department of Mathematics. And afterwards, I came to the US to pursue a master's degree in mathematics at Ohio University, which I graduated in May 2024. And currently, I'm in Texas Tech University pursuing a PhD in mathematics.
That's wonderful. Well, congratulations, belated congratulations on your other graduation from your master's.
Thank you.
And oh, how did you get into mathematics? What inspired you? What do you like about mathematics? What was the catch for you?
Okay, so I think mine was that from high school. So in high school, I used to have this math teacher. He was teaching us elective mathematics, and then he never came to class with a book. Like he always just come to class and then he pours everything from his mind. So I was like, oh, this is really cool. I wish I could just be like that. So I just went to meet him one day and then I was like, I think I like the way you teach. Like I like the way you don't come to class with a book, but you really know what you're about. And then he was like, yeah, I think you can also be a math teacher. So that's what he told me initially. And then I was like, oh, I've never thought of it. But after he said that, I was like, I think this is something that I can also do because I like to teach people. And so when he said, I think you can do that, I was like, oh, that's not bad. I will try to look at it. So I would say that my interest in math actually started from there because I wanted to be like a math teacher. I in a way started to like math. Yeah, because I wanted to know it so well so that I would one day also go to class to teach math without a book. So that's where my interest started. Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. Wow. And do you have any mentors or role models that you would say inspired your journey through mathematics?
Yeah. So I have a mentor and her name is Dr. Irene Amponsavosa. She's a professor at University of Cape Coast currently, and she teaches statistics. But I just like the way she like handles like females in mathematics. Because I remember a time in my life, like when I was in UCC, I joined my third year in UCC. I didn't have money to pay my school fees in a way, some way, somehow. And then she was able to like organize for me for my school fees to be paid. Like she has this organization that takes care of females like who wants to be sponsored like to study math and statistics. And so I really like her initiative. I like how she like try to organize all the females in the department, like try to talk to them and try to tell them, oh, you can also be somewhere. And then also how she tries to like get opportunities for females in the maths department at or at University of Cape Coast, sorry. So I would say that she is my mentor because in one day I want to be like her. I want to also be able to create avenues for students who cannot support themselves like financially in STEM. So I think she will be my mentor. Yeah, for now.
Okay, great. Would you say you have encountered any challenges through your journey in mathematics? And what would if yes, what would you say those challenges are, and how did you overcome them?
So challenges, I wouldn't say there are really challenges because I feel like my journey has been very smooth. Yeah, because it's just you completed high school, you went to uni, after uni, you did your master's, after master's, you did your PhD. So I wouldn't say I've really encountered any challenges, but one thing that I would say is um, somewhere in somewhere in University of Cape Coast, it's like the boys were always looking down on the girls that were doing maths. Like they thought that nothing good could come out of us in my class, to be specific. So in a way, I feel like that motivated me to study more, to show them that I'm a girl, but I can also do this. Yeah, so I would say maybe that's the only challenge, like boys trying to look down on girls and doing math and all that. But aside that, I think I've not really faced any challenges in math. Yeah.
Okay, great. And were there any other stereotypes that you encountered, like apart from boys not thinking anything good could come out of girls studying math?
Hmm. No, not really. Not really. I think yeah, I think that's all. That's all that I can remember now. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Can you share an experience where your skills in math in your degree about if you did like an a research, or can you just share an experience where your skills were instrumental in solving a problem?
Okay. So I'll say for me, my journey has always been like about teaching math instead of like the research. I've not really started with any research yet. So mine will be like maybe teaching students and then also like because of math, I'm able to like think on my feet because like you have to be logical, like you have to think like outside the box. Like so I remember when I came to like the US and then teaching in Ohio University, like students will ask you questions that you wouldn't think they would ask. But I feel like because of my math background, I'm able to like think logically, like out on my feet, and then be able to like give them like a good answer. Yeah. So, and then what else? Yeah, I think mostly for me, my experiences will be like in like teaching math. Yeah. So every challenges that I've had is teaching math and then trying to make students understand because I feel like most students, especially here in the US, the courses that I actually taught college algebra, which is like a general course for like everybody. So it's like not everybody is really interested in the course. They don't want to learn. They just want to pass and then go. But my ability to like make students who do not like math to come and like math and then at the end of the semester for them to like give me evaluations, like good evaluations that oh they never liked maths, but my teaching and then me having like meeting them for office hours and really all those things like help them to like maths in a way. So I think for me that's it. Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay. All right. And it was, you said college students you taught, right? Not like
Yeah.
high school, or I don't, AP, is AP college?
No,
Like,
no, no. So I actually taught at Ohio University.
okay.
Yeah, so like for first year, like
Mhm.
undergrad students, yeah. So that
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. And coming from University of Cape Coast to teaching at Ohio State University, how would you say the experience was for you? Was there anything different about the culture that you were surprised about, or something, maybe just like share an experience that you had or you learned from moving to the US?
Yeah, so I'll say that I mean there was culture shocks, obviously, but yeah, teaching in a Ghanaian classroom is I to me I feel like it's way easier because the people are able to understand your accent, like they're able to understand what you're saying. But in the US, it's like you're teaching, but somebody's like, I don't understand what you're saying. You're trying your best to explain, but they're like, I don't understand your accent. Like you are speaking differently from me. So, and then also, even like with the details of math, like when in Ghana, if let's say you have two factors and then you have to like expand, we just say let's expand these factors. But in the US, you have to say let's FOIL this factor. So it was like very different. So when I say let's expand this or let's multiply, like the students don't understand the terms that I'm using because they are probably used to like foiling. I'm also saying expanding. So I mean that one was a bit challenging for me because I couldn't speak in their terms. I couldn't speak in the ways that they understood. So my first semester, I would say, was very difficult. And then also some of the students, I mean, the way they speak to people, like I mean, from Africa, we are told that we have to respect our students, like our teachers. Like you cannot speak to your teacher anyhow. But it's like in the US, they don't care. Like students just speak in a way. But I mean, it took time for me to adjust to all that. Yeah. So I would say that for now, I'm able to like really relate with my students and then connect with my students better than when I initially came to the US. Yeah. I don't know if that answered the question.
Well, that was good. That was good. Yeah, that's really insightful because I know that culture shock can really be a thing, especially coming from Africa to somewhere in the western part of the world. It can be very different, and just even between African countries as well, there can be differences that in maybe just different terminologies. So that was interesting to know. I didn't even know that they say something different apart from
Yeah,
let's expand these factors.
there are a lot of things that they say differently, and then you're like, so I always try. One thing that I think now I do that really helps me in the classroom is whenever when the semester starts and I go to the class at first, like my first class, I just tell them, I'm speaking differently from you. Like my accent is very different from you. So whatever you say, I'm trying my best to understand what you're saying. So I'm pleading with you to also try your best to understand what I'm saying. And I'm always available for you to come and meet me for office hours if you don't understand anything. And I feel like after doing that, it really helps. Like it sets the pace for the semester. So the students know what to expect, and then they know that you are trying your best for them. So they should also try their best for you. So, yeah.
Okay, great. And what are some of the goals that you would say that you hope to achieve in the nearest future in mathematics and STEM in general?
Yeah. So I want to eventually teach math. I want to be a professor of mathematics, and I want to eventually go to Ghana. I don't know, people don't like me when I say that, but I really want to go back to Ghana. Initially, I talked about my mentor being Professor Dr. Kafui at University of Cape Coast. I like everything that she's doing right now, like how she's teaching statistics, but I like the fact that she's making avenues for students who cannot support themselves financially to be supported. And so that is what I want to do in future. I want to be able to support people, and also I want to be able to teach people because I feel like when I teach people, they understand. Yeah, I feel like even teaching my friends, like we have like group studies, and then you explain things to your friends, and then the feedback that I get from my friends, I feel like I'm a good teacher in a way. So I want to be able to teach people for them to understand, and then I want to be able to support people, not necessarily just females, but to support, like to create avenues to support struggling students. Maybe they are doing very well in academics, but they are not able to support themselves financially. I want to be able to do that for people. Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. And just last question,
Mhm.
what would you, what advice would you give to young females that are looking to pursue a career in STEM or in mathematics?
Hmm. I would say that the sky is their limit. I mean, they can do it if they believe in themselves and in God on their side. They can do everything that they set their minds to. And one thing that I want to say is, I feel like most people, for us, those in math, I feel like the girls in math are really scared of the pure math. It's like everybody wants to do applied math, financial maths, and then people are really scared of the pure math. So I just want to encourage them that it is possible, it's doable. You can actually do it if you set your mind to it and then just ask for God's help. You can do it. So don't be scared of it. Just go for it. Now, a lot of people are in math, a lot of females are in math. It's not like the olden days that math was just for boys. A lot of girls are in math. So just push through it and then just believe in whoever you're, I mean, believe in whomever you trust, like your maker, and then just hope for the best. Yeah. I think yeah, you succeed in that way. Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today, and
Thank
thank you so
you.
much for the advice. It's
Thank
wonderful hearing your story as well.